you step out, get some air now, let your edge out, to some ice you baby.
Hey guys, so today we are, first of all, welcome to another video. Today we're going to do a little get ready with me slash life update slash I guess whatever questions y'all wanted to throw at me. So that's what we're going to do. I don't have too much to do today. I'm going to do some content and then go to the grocery store and make dinner and maybe some lunch. It's still kind of early, so let's get into it. Yes, I'm going to do my makeup and then I'm going to do my hair, which is not going to take me too long, but it looks a mess right now because I slept with it half up, half down. So just bear with me here. So I have a little blemish right here because I had egg pimples, so I'm just going to cover that up. First, I have my sunscreen on, I have my moisturizer, I primed my face with the Dewy Skin Mist from Tatcha because we're not going to do foundation or anything like that. So now I'm going to prep my lips. This is an e.l.f. like lip scrub, so I use this sometimes, not every time. But first question is, what is one piece of advice you give a mom you wish you had before becoming a mom? What is your favorite aspect of watching your sunshine grow? A piece of advice, I guess. I feel like once they're here, you kind of know what to do when they're, little. I haven't entered the super challenging phase yet, when they start crawling and walking and everything like that, which I'm sure I'll have more to say when that time comes. But as of now, I would probably say just my pregnancy experience and just postpartum and stuff. I had no idea what to expect with that, and ultimately I wish I had someone that could have helped me prepare for even the slightest bit of it, because even though everyone's experience is different when you're pregnant and your labor experience and your postpartum experience, I really had no idea. I was getting a lot of information from TikTok, and there's honestly not a lot of videos, surprisingly, on TikTok. So I definitely do want to do a video of my pregnancy experience, my labor experience, and my postpartum experience, because there are not enough people talking about it, and it's hard to prepare yourself when you're pregnant and when you're going through stuff like that, because there's not a lot of information. My doctor definitely did not prepare me. They really just give you the bare minimum, and they really don't prepare you for much unless you have a really good doctor. My doctor was not. I barely saw my doctor. I probably saw my doctor once or twice, honestly. It was always midwives or nurses, which I don't really think that really matters, but they didn't prepare me enough, so I think that's really important. Everything else, actually being a mom is a lot easier than I expected. I know it's going to get a lot harder, so I'm trying to enjoy this time while I can. And yeah, as far as what's my favorite part about seeing him grow, I think just everything. I think he grows so much every day, and just seeing him do new things is so exciting, and I just I love him so much, and just being with him every day is such a blessing and so amazing, and I'm so blessed that I get to spend every day with him, and I don't have to have him with a babysitter or in daycare, and I'm truly so blessed for that, and I'm so happy. Okay, so next question. What are your future plans with YouTube or business or career-wise? Love hearing about your future aspirations. Thanks, girl. So as of that, I just want to grow my channel and grow my brand as much as possible. Sky's the limit. And I do have some things coming. I have my swimwear line and I have a basics line. So stay tuned for that. It should be, hopefully by the end of the year, everything will be up and running for y'all. I want to make everything super affordable and easy to get. I know a lot of places, not a lot of places have affordable things for everybody, and places stay sold out. And me personally, I hate that, because it's why, I feel like people like sell out purposely and keep it sold out to like create that demand, but I just feel like nowadays that's not necessary because people are gonna buy it regardless if it sells out. I feel like brands will keep something sold out, so like their next drop date they're like guaranteed to sell out again. But it doesn't make sense to me because you're gonna be making that money regardless. People are gonna continue to buy your stuff. So I want all of my stuff to stay in stock. I want it to be very affordable and easy to get for everybody. So I'm really excited about that. Do you feel like you're missing anything in life since becoming a mother? I don't. I mean, obviously things are harder than, you know, when you're living, you know, a single life before you have kids and you're with your partner. You guys can kind of just do whatever, whenever. So obviously it's more difficult in that aspect, but I am ready for this chapter in my life. Like I was at that point where I was, you know, over going out. Like I'm completely fine with just doing family stuff and, you know, having that kind of vibe. I don't care to go out. I don't care to party anymore. I don't care for those vibes anymore. So I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything, no. I think being a mom is such a blessing. It's probably, you know, the greatest thing you could be blessed with in life, especially when you're ready for that. But it's hard to really, you know, you're never truly ready or prepared. This was the perfect time in life for me to have a kid, so I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. I feel so blessed and I'm so happy to be with him every single day. Like at this point, I don't really care to do too much without him. Of course, I need a break and I need my own time. But I always miss him when I do things without him. So, you know, I'm not missing out on a thing. How do you keep your mind off of negativity, like relationship issues, whether it be family or friends? Sometimes that can be really hard, y'all. But, you know, I feel like in life, like you have to choose what you give your energy to. And I hate drama. Like I do not like drama. I do not like going back and forth. Especially with like, you know, social media. I do not like going back and forth with social media. I'm a fairly private person. I don't like a bunch of people in my business. Also with social media, people love to like feed off of that negativity. So I don't like giving people that satisfaction, one. And two, I'm not gonna mess up my energy. Like my energy, I'm not gonna put my energy into something like that. So you really just have to stay positive, like as hard as that is sometimes. You just have to stay positive and don't let negativity drag you down or like take hold of you. Because everything is going to work itself out at the end of the day and everything will work in your favor. If you do right by people, things are always going to be in your favor. So just ignore negativity. That's all you can really do for real. And you know, if you're having constant negativity, constant drama in a relationship or friendship, you just have to let it go. And because nobody has time to like deal with negativity all the time or really ever, for real. So just stay positive. Everything will work itself out. But yeah, bottom line, don't feed into negativity. People want to drag you down and, you know, to be as low as them, because a lot of people aren't happy. A lot of people are miserable. So a lot of people hate positivity. They hate positive people because they are miserable and they are so unhappy that they try to drag you down. So don't fall for it. Can you do a skincare or body care routine? I actually have one on my channel already. So check that out. I do have nighttime skincare. I have like my normal skincare. I keep my skincare very simple. So I don't do serums or anything like that just because my skin is sensitive. And honestly, you don't need serums and stuff. That's really just things to, you know, make you spend your money. But, you know, I know a lot of people like to have, you know, like a extensive fancy skincare routine. You don't need it, but that's completely what you prefer and what you like. I used to have an extensive skincare routine until I realized it's not necessary for me, and me keeping it simple is like the best thing for my skin. I would love to hear how you grow on YouTube, any tips or tricks you may have, or for upcoming YouTubers like myself. As always, love your content. Thank you so much. 1, 2, I say this all the time because it is true. You have to stay consistent. Before I got pregnant, my YouTube, you know, I transitioned my YouTube to more like beauty stuff and, you know, more of things that I wanted to transition to. So I had to build a new following. So the best way to do that is you have to stay consistent, and you have to stay consistent on all platforms. You have to stay consistent. Stay consistent on TikTok. Grow your TikTok. If you stay consistent on TikTok, it is going to grow. Post every single day, Monday through Friday. You can use the weekend as a break if you want. But work really hard. Post every day on TikTok. Just make a bunch of videos one day or maybe 2 days so you have videos to post every single day. And stay consistent on Instagram. At least post once a week. At least. And reels are really big on Instagram. I would post a picture a week and a reel a week. So that is really important to do. Stay consistent on everything. And then on YouTube or on TikTok, promote your YouTube. On Instagram, promote your YouTube as well. So the people that you have on Instagram and the people that are newly following you on Instagram are going to go and follow you on YouTube. And, you know, the people that are newly following you on TikTok are going to see your YouTube and go follow you on TikTok. And you need to stay consistent on YouTube. That's the biggest thing for YouTube. After I had the baby, I wasn't consistent. It took me a minute to start growing my YouTube again because before, you know, my views were very low for a while and I wanted to quit for the longest time. It gets frustrating, you know, but it's not going to happen overnight. You have to work at it and you have to stay consistent. Consistency is the number one thing. If you're not consistent, it's not going to work. Post every single week on YouTube. No matter if you're getting 1 view, it will go up if you're staying consistent on all platforms. And that's it. It's the easiest thing. You just have to stay consistent. If you are consistent, you are guaranteed to grow. How are you enjoying the new bob? Are you going to keep it for a while? Yes, I'm going to keep it for a while. Some days, like yesterday, I was like, dang, do I regret this? But I don't regret it. I think it looks really good. I think it looks really clean when it grows out a little bit and I'm able to do more hairstyles with it. I know I will like it even more. So I'm really excited to see how it grows out. Do you have a good relationship with your son's grandparents or their side of the family? Yes, of course. When it comes to my son, I want what's best for my son. So no matter where our relationship is at, I will always try to keep, you know, the peace. What have been your biggest mistakes? Where do you see yourself or want to be in the next 5 years or 10 years? My biggest mistakes. You know, I think everything happens for a reason, so I can't even tell y'all. I can't even say what my biggest mistakes are because I really truly think everything happens for a reason. I always say this and people get mad at me for saying this, but I'm such like a positive person and you know, I'm really big on manifesting and everything like that. So I feel like a 5 to 10 year plan is unrealistic. I think, you know, because I could have a 5-year plan and say, oh, in 5 years, I want to be a successful business owner. You know, I want to have, you know, successful several incomes. I want to, you know, if I wanted to have another kid, I want to have another kid in 5 years. But you never know, you never know when things are going to happen to you. You know, I could be a successful business owner next year or in a few months, or, you know, I could have several successful incomes next month. Like, you never know what is even going to happen tomorrow. Like, your whole life can change in a day or a matter of an hour. You know what I mean? So I think that question is really limiting. So I don't have a 5-year or 10-year plan. I have goals and I have things that I want for my life, but a 10 or 5-year plan is like super limiting to me. How has your life changed since becoming single? Is it harder? Girl, my life is exactly the same, for real. You know, I do everything. I'm one of those people that like take care of everybody. You know, my life is exactly the same. Any updates on your stomach issues? Yes. So I am supposed to be going to get a surgery so they could take all of the excess tissue or whatever is in my uterus out, and then they're going to send it to a lab to get tested to see what exactly it is. And yeah, that is supposed to be the middle of August, I believe. So I'm so ready to get it over with. Like, I don't want to deal with it anymore. I don't even want to do the procedure, but it only takes 45 minutes, so it's not super like invasive. It's not super crazy. It'll be really fast. So I'm just ready to get it over with, girl. Do you plan on staying in ATL or moving somewhere else? I plan on staying in Atlanta for now. I might maybe move eventually, but as of now, I plan on staying in Atlanta. Atlanta is home for me at this point, and it's very easy to raise children here. I'm not in any rush to move. How are you handling motherhood and your mental health? Honestly, y'all, you have to take it day by day, and you have to make sure to do things that make you happy. Every day, like if I'm feeling down, I'll get myself together, you know, put on a really cute outfit, do my makeup, you know, go run my errands. I'm the type of person, cleaning makes me feel happy. Like cleaning makes me happy. When I am feeling down or I'm going through something, I will just deep clean everything, and it takes my mind off of everything, and it just makes me feel like my life is like in order. So that's a big thing for me. I just messed up my whole makeup by putting this eyeliner on, but it's okay. Okay, this looks crazy. I'm probably gonna end up taking it off, but okay. So my face is pretty much done, guys. So I'm using this Buxom gloss. It is White Russian Sparkle. I've never used this before, so it looks really pretty though. Okay, will you have your mom move closer to help you with priests? No. My mom lives in Arizona and she loves her job to death, so she would not move, one. And two, her help would be nice, but she works all the time, so, you know, I have my friends here. I have Vori's family here. If anything, I don't want to get, you know, I'm on the fence about getting a nanny or a babysitter, which I do need one, but I'm gonna, you know, I've been just trying to stick it out for as long as possible because, you know, it's scary nowadays, y'all. Like, having a stranger with my son is just, I would just rather do everything and just, you know, if my friends can't watch them, which usually they can, I end up figuring it out. But eventually I will get a nanny. Any more cosmetic procedures? I will be getting my boobs done in October, but that is about it for me. Are you on good terms with your family? I've never seen them in your vlogs. Yes, I'm on great terms with my family. I don't really like to put anyone in my vlogs because I don't know, I be feeling like I'm making people uncomfortable. So I don't even really be putting my friends in my vlogs like that. And my family doesn't live in Atlanta, so I don't see them that much. So that's why they're really never in my vlogs. By the way, y'all, I got these little lashes from Amazon. I'll link them, or they're in my Amazon storefront actually. They're curled like lash extensions, so they literally look like lash extensions. I hate lashes, like normal lashes, because they don't curl, and I'm used to my lash extensions. So these are so fire, and they're only like $9 for the whole tray. Super fire, highly recommend. Okay, how are you balancing motherhood and your free time with friends? My friends love my son, and they're on the same type of time as me, so they love to just come over and hang out, or like we'll go to dinner with Priest. So that is not an issue. It's just the fact that I need, as a mom, like I need a break, and I try to do everything myself without any help. I've always been like that. I hate asking for help. So I'm learning that it's okay to like have me time. Like I need to get a nanny so I can have me time. Like when it comes to filming videos, when it comes to taking a shower, like when it comes to, you know, just having me time, it's hard to do that because it wants a lot of my attention. So sometimes, you know, it's definitely harder to do things that I need to do. Like try on hauls, if it's just me and him, it's impossible for me to film a try on haul. It's gonna take 5 hours. So I just need to find like that balance between motherhood and, you know, just being Janae and living my life. Motherhood is great though. It's a blessing. Honestly, I'm so happy and I'm so blessed, and I love my son so much, and it's such a blessing to see him grow every single day. So I am super happy, y'all. So far so good. I really like that lip gloss, y'all. So y'all know I don't like talking about my relationship, but there were some things posted on Instagram. So, you know, things are out in the public, and if things are going to be posted, especially in a negative light of myself, I'm going to comment on it. I don't like to comment on it, and a lot of the times I won't, and you guys won't ever see me comment, especially on Instagram, because that's not me. I don't feed into negativity. I don't feed into drama. I don't feed into just low energy things like that. So the question is, how are you dealing with your baby fathers posting negatively about you on Instagram? And I'm only commenting on this because a lot of people have been commenting on my vlogs, and it's just point blank period embarrassing. So I am going to clear it up. So basically, you know, men do and say a lot of things when they are hurt, and especially when they don't want to accept that your relationship is over. I would never speak negatively about him. That's the father of my son, so I personally would never speak negatively about him publicly or just in general, because I just, you know, we have a kid together, and I just feel like that's just how it should be. And the only thing that I have to say about it is, you know, we've had a conversation about it, and we're in a good place now. So it's just about, you know, just moving on. And people a lot of the times take their emotions to social media, which is not right. And that's really all I can comment on it or say about it. I don't want to put too much into that because that's not something I would usually comment on or give my attention to. At the end of the day, people are going to do what they want to do. Are you planning on dating? No, ma'am. I am not planning on dating right now. That is just not something that sounds fun to me, honestly, or something that I'm focused on right now. Are you single? Yes, ma'am, I am. So Instagram, y'all sent me a lot of good questions on Instagram too. How is making friends in Atlanta? It's interesting, y'all. It's very interesting. Atlanta is like not a real place. You know, everyone says Atlanta is like its own country, but it's very interesting. I have a very small group of friends. That's how I've always been. I don't really trust a lot of people, so I like to keep my friends small. I feel like a lot of people will try to be your friend just to be in your business, and I just don't know people's intentions. Would you have more kids? I don't know. As of now, no, I would not. I mean, I feel like, you know, I would love to have like a girl one day, but I just don't know. Like everything would have to be perfect in my life for me to have another kid. I would have to have, you know, a set nanny. Everything would have to be the perfect circumstances for me. So as of now, no, ma'am. No more kids for me as of now. Never say never, though. We'll see what the future has to hold, or what God has planned for me. Where would you live besides Atlanta? I would probably live in Miami maybe, but I don't know. Aspirations outside of YouTube, honestly, just being an entrepreneur, growing my brand, and just taking it as far as I can. How's co-parenting with your kid's dad? You know, sometimes it's hard, but I am a very mature person. I'm a very calm person. I always try to be the bigger person. So I always try to keep things on good terms because I want the best for my son. And, you know, I want him to grow up in love and positive energy and just in the best way possible. So co-parenting is never a problem for me. How's single life treating you? Are you happier? I wouldn't say that I'm happier. It's just I'm at a point where I'm not worrying about things so much anymore. I have more of a peace of mind. This isn't my perfect scenario. You know, I think everybody wants their family to work out. This is not a perfect scenario for me, but this is what is making me happy right now, and just giving me that peace of mind. So I wouldn't say I'm happier. I'm just more at ease and more, you know, at peace. How does it feel being a new mom? It is amazing. I love it. It's great. It is challenging. It is frustrating sometimes, especially not having any help. My family doesn't live here. I, you know, have a small group of friends. So it does get really overwhelming for me sometimes, you know, and my son's father travels all the time, so I don't have a lot of help. So it does get really challenging. It does get really frustrating, but at the end of the day, it's very rewarding. I'm super blessed. Are you an only child? No, I have a brother. He is 25 now. I think he's turning 20. Yeah, he's turning 26 this year. His name is Damon. Not an only child. Okay, so I just am setting it with the Tatcha Dewy Skin Mist. Someone asked, does priests have godparents? Yes, of course. He definitely has godparents. Okay, so onto my hair. I'm probably just gonna put it half up, half down because I don't have the patience to like redo everything. So I might leave some pieces out, but let's see. Do I want to leave some pieces out? Why not? Sure, why not? Do you have advice on moving on from a breakup? Y'all, breakups are so, when I tell you, breakups are hard. You literally just want to like forgive that person and go back to everything like, you know, nothing happened. But if you keep doing that, this person will never respect you and your situation will never change. So you really just have to like value yourself and really know your self-worth and move on. And I don't mean move on and go find someone new. I mean move on with your life. So yeah, you just have to like move on. Honestly, you will find someone that is better for you, that will treat you better, and that is it. You just can't hold on, because a lot of times you'll hold on to a person that this person was in the beginning, or you'll hold on to the good times and you'll end up in the same relationship 5 years later like I should have left years ago, you know? So you just have to move on. You will find someone, and when you do find that person, you'll look back and be like, okay, it makes sense why this didn't work out. How are you doing mentally, physically, and emotionally? Love your content. Thanks. You know, I am doing okay, y'all. I have days where I'm, you know, really happy, and I have days where I'm down, and, you know, I'm just like, you know, this situation sucks, but it is what it is. You know, it's just, you just have to remain positive, and that's all you can do. You just have to remain positive and do what makes you happy. That is the number one thing. If you're having a down day, don't just sit in the house. Get up. If, you know, if going to Starbucks makes you happy, go to Starbucks, get a drink. Go to the grocery store just to get out the house. Go to the mall, and, you know, if you can't buy anything, maybe just look around, or just go and buy something little for yourself. Or, you know, if taking a walk or working out makes you happy, go do that. Focus on you and what makes you happy and do it. You know, wake up, get yourself together, look cute. If you look good, you feel good. Listen to music that makes you happy. Are you excited for the holidays? Yes. I haven't been a big holiday type of girl because my family's gone and they don't really celebrate like that. So I've always said I'm excited to have kids and celebrate my holidays, you know, with my family and my kids and everything. So I am definitely excited. How do you remain so at peace with the issues you deal with, especially if they're public? Honestly, y'all, like, some things are like, I do get really embarrassed, and, you know, I don't like handling things publicly, or I don't like my situation being, you know, in public at all. But honestly, like, you can't stress out about stuff like that, because if you're a good person, good things will happen, and you don't have to react to negativity, or you have to pick and choose your battles. And if things, I'm not going to, you just have to choose what you put your energy into, and what, you know, you want to affect you. You choose, you know, you choose that. So I'm not going to put my energy into something that is just negative, or something I know isn't true, or something I know is just, you know, being said or done off of emotions, just in general. So you just have to really, a lot of times it's hard. It's so hard being the bigger person. It really is. But when you're dealing with, you know, issues or something, especially publicly, it's better to just stay silent. That is the best thing that you can do, is just stay silent. And, you know, a lot of the times you want to like clap back because it's embarrassing, and you don't want people to think, you know, certain things, or but just stay silent. Everything that is done in the dark will be brought to light. So just stay silent. You know what type of person you are. Just stay silent. It's not worth entertaining. Even though it is so hard some days, that's the best thing that you can do. especially if you have kids. Like, I'm not about to be going back and forth with nobody on social media, or point blank period. I don't have the energy, and I have a son to raise, so it just doesn't make sense. Whether it's family, friend, or foe, a woman or a man, I'm not going back and forth with nobody on Instagram, or period. What's your labor and delivery experience? So my delivery was super easy. I ended up getting an epidural. Honestly, y'all, it was just a very crazy experience. My labor was, I think, I was only in labor for 10 minutes. I pushed for 10 minutes, which was amazing. That's why having another kid kind of scares me, because I'm like, what if my labor experience isn't as easy? My labor experience was very easy, but it was like traumatic at the same time, because even though it was really short, I physically was like, I couldn't have pushed for any longer. And the nurse was like, yeah, you know, people's labor experiences last hours. And I physically, like, I couldn't do that. Pushing was so intense. It was so crazy. It was just the most intense feeling you will ever feel in your life. Like, you feel, I don't want to go too in detail because this is going to like gross a lot of people out and scare people, but they like, you feel like they're just like pushing hard. And you know, I just feel like when you're having a baby, they don't care about you. They just care about getting the baby out. And they're willing to rip your skin. They're willing to like stretch you out as much as they can. They're really rough on your body, and they don't care about you. They just care about the baby, which, you know, you want them to care about the baby, but you also want them to care about you. Because after like the healing process, it's just a lot, honestly. And I tore, and it was the most painful thing. And I had to deal with that for 4 weeks, being in pain for 4 weeks. And it was just very painful. I couldn't even pee normally. The first week, I literally would hyperventilate when I had to go to the bathroom. I wasn't drinking water because I didn't want to go to the bathroom. And it was just like a very traumatic experience for me. So just like thinking about like going through that all over again, like my next labor experience could be an hour long. I just physically, I don't know, I feel like I'm so traumatized by the whole thing. So I don't know, y'all. I really don't. And I was terrified. I was, you know, of getting a C-section, point blank period. I wasn't ever, my doctor never told me anything, you know, about me having a C-section, but I was terrified about having one, point blank period. Just because that's a lot on your body, even more, and the healing is like insane. And you know, postpartum, like even healing when you get home, it's like when I got sick and I had the chills and everything, and I was trying to figure out what was going on with me, I still have a son to take care of. I had, you know, his dad, which he helped me, but like at the end of the day, like I'm still doing everything. I'm feeding him. You know, I still have to take care of a baby. No matter if you're sick or what you're going through, you still have like a child to take care of, and it was so challenging. So that's why I say if I have another kid, my circumstances have to be so perfect. Like I couldn't go through all of that again and have a second kid and my life be harder. If I had a second kid, my life would have to be easier, because mentally, physically, and emotionally, having a kid is so intense. And thankfully, I did not get depression or anything like that, because, you know, I'm very strong-minded. But even if you're strong-minded or anything, like, you can really just go through it. And I'm so blessed and thankful I did not get depressed or postpartum depression, because having to deal with that on top of everything else, I couldn't even imagine, honestly. But yes, having a kid, it's a lot that goes into it that people don't tell you. You think that you're going to get pregnant and, you know, things are going to be so easy. You're just going to eat and be happy and just, you know, it's going to be challenges. But you don't know. My pregnancy was really hard. I was nauseous the entire time. I had morning sickness the entire pregnancy. I was not just eating and, you know, living it up. I was sick, like, my whole pregnancy. And then, you know, a few weeks before I had him, he was on one of my nerves, so I could barely walk. It was a lot, y'all. Pregnancy is not for the weak, and giving birth and dealing with postpartum is not for the weak. And after, you know, dealing with your body and everything after labor is almost worse than labor. And I don't want to scare anybody because everyone's you know, experience is different. I had a great labor experience. It's just, I just feel personally they don't care about you, especially once you have the baby. They really don't care about you. So the medical aspect of it needs to get better, because they don't care if they tear you, they don't care if they're too rough. Like, they don't care about you for real, and it's insane. Like, that whole aspect needs to be better, and the care after you have a kid needs to be better. Like, I've heard the craziest stories, and it's just really sad, honestly, to me. But that's a whole other topic. Someone said, have you regretted your haircut yet? I have. But here we are. You know, I'm glad I cut my hair. I am. I needed a fresh start. Are you still planning on doing Pilates classes? Yes, I'm going to start at home and do some like YouTube Pilates classes before I actually go, so I'm not like dying in the class and so I don't embarrass myself. Do you prefer long or short hair? The short hair looks amazing on you. Thank you so much. Honestly, I love short hair, but someone did comment on my video the other day and was like, short hair is great until you realize you have to style it all the time for it to look good. She's right. I was like, I'm just gonna cut my hair, you know, it's gonna be easier, it's gonna look more clean. No, like, you still have to style it. I don't know if I like my hair like this, y'all. I might just put it all the way up. One thing about me, I don't really like hair in my face, so I will put my hair up over having it down. So every time I have little pieces out, I'm just like, should I keep them down? I'm probably gonna end up putting this up. What's your ethnicity? I am Portuguese, Native American, black and white. My last name is Daugherty. It's Irish. My mom's dad is Irish. What are my goals for the remainder of the year? Honestly, y'all, my goals are just to grow my content as much as possible. That is my main priority. To just grow my content and just really do the damn thing. Are you on birth control? If so, do you like it? Yes, I am absolutely on birth control, and I don't have a problem with it. This is only my 2nd month though, so I don't have like pros and cons. And side note, there's a few comments of people talking about, oh, he's crying, oh, you're gonna put lip gloss on while he's crying. He's a baby, y'all. Babies cry. My son is more than fine. I pay a lot of attention to him. I'm very attentive to him. He is more than fine. He is a baby. One thing babies do is cry. So you are going to hear him crying in my vlogs here and there. That is normal. That is what babies do. He is perfectly fine. Don't worry about him. Did you experience postpartum hair loss? I didn't, thankfully. Thank God I did not. How did you and your baby father meet? So he actually slid into my DMs a few times, y'all. But I did not meet him off Instagram. I met him through a mutual friend. I met him through Nisi, actually. She was friends with him prior, and then she would invite me over to his place because he would always have a chef come and cook, and one thing we love to do is eat. So we became friends first, and then we all went to New York for his little album release party, and things just like completely changed there, and our friendship turned into a relationship. And then we were together every day after that, and here we are today. So yeah, that's how we met, through a mutual friend, not Instagram, which is surprising because I feel like everybody meets off of Instagram nowadays. Did you ever get the New Balances from your last video? Which ones are they? I did not get them, y'all, because they didn't have my size, so I didn't get them. I've been looking online and I cannot find them online, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. You look amazing, thank you. What has worked the best for you to gain weight? Those Pedi pills work wonders, and then I drink Ensure Plus twice a day. That is amazing as well. If you're trying to gain weight, drink those twice a day. It's an extra, I think it's like an extra 700-800 calories. And then smoothies are really great, like high protein smoothies, and like rice, just carbs, stuff like that. What are your plans for the fall? Any Halloween costumes, ideas, or for priests? I don't have any Halloween costumes yet. I just really try to take it day by day. Halloween, thinking about Halloween is so crazy. Time is just flying by so fast. What is your go-to fragrance lately? This is actually my go-to fragrance, the 16-8 Cherry Rosa by Sol de Janeiro. Smells so good. And then my actual fragrance, what do I wear every day? Oh, I have been wearing this every day. It's Bond number 9, and this is, I think this is their original scent. Okay, y'all, last question is, how has your life changed after having a kid? I think my standards just have changed overall. I think just, you know, what I tolerate and what I don't tolerate and how I want to live my life has changed. My priorities, everything, like just standards, point blank period. I'm not gonna put my energy into certain things. I'm not gonna put my energy into certain people if it is not beneficial or if it's not making me feel good, because I want to be in my best state to raise my son, and I want my energy and everything to be high and on good vibes, you know, because I want him to be around good vibes. I want to raise him off of love and just peace, you know? So, and just, you know, what I do now, like, you're not gonna catch me running around the club, which, you know, I haven't liked the club in a while, like for a long time, y'all. I have social anxiety, so I wasn't really in the club like that, period. But, you know, you're not gonna catch me running around the club, just out all the time. I'd rather be at home with my son. And that's just not my preference. If, you know, you like to go out, you like to go out. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just not my preference. And I would just rather be doing things with my son. So my life has changed quite a bit, but not really. I just view things different, and I have set a higher standard for myself and for everything, honestly. So yeah, I'm really proud of myself, y'all, and I'm just really happy. And now I have to find an outfit, which is always the hardest part for me. So stay tuned for that. But I'm always happy to answer questions. I know you guys always ask me what I do. I do me, okay? No, but seriously, I do content. That is my job. I am a content creator. I need to be more consistent on other platforms, but it is hard having a kid. And I am not a social media type of girl. I try to stay off of social media. The only time you really see me on social media is if I am posting because I have to post. And, you know, to stay consistent. I do love YouTube though. I love y'all so much. I love doing YouTube. It is probably my favorite part of social media. I love doing it. And, you know, I hope my channel just continues to grow so I can continue to do it. And yeah, I love it. So that is what I do. I'm a content creator, and I have my other businesses that I'm trying to start. So I'm really just trying to be an entrepreneur and just have my foot in several different places. I'm really into like flipping houses and stuff. So eventually I want to start doing that. I think that is the coolest thing ever. So very important. Okay, I hope y'all can see my outfit. This is the fit. I just have on these white and black dunks, and then these are white sweatpants from Pretty Little Thing. This is from Naked Wardrobe. And then these are my go-to glasses right now. These are my favorite glasses at the moment. These are Celine. They're like a brown print, so cute. And then I am just wearing this black Chanel bag. It's like my everyday bag. I could wear this bag every single day. So this is the fit. We're about to go to the store and just start the day. So I will keep y'all updated.
Balance is in my account now. Okay, I got a twerking and twerk.
I don't know. I feel like this looks weird on camera right now because of the... Anywho, y'all, I need to call Best Buy and have them see if they could fix my camera. Does anyone know if that's a thing? Like, will they fix a broken camera? Because I know you can... I think you could buy like refurbished cameras from them. So I'm like, if you could do that, then I'm sure they could fix your camera. So I don't know, I need to do that. That's like a major thing on my to-do list. Someone did comment the other day though, saying that my camera quality was really nice, which I really appreciate, because a lot of the times I'm just like, ugh, I hate this camera. So I'm glad somebody likes it for real. The quality is good when it wants to be. But we are on the way to Starbucks first because that is going to make me feel good. And I don't necessarily need it, but it's just, you know, I just want it. So I'm going to get it. And then we're going to go to the store. And then Robbie's going to come over. And then we're going to go get something to eat. And then I'm going to make something for dinner. So... yes, and then my birthday is actually, guys, my birthday I think is in like 2 weeks. I still have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea about nothing. I don't even have my passport. I need to get a new passport. If I wanted to go somewhere, I wouldn't even be able to go. But you can get your passport if you have a trip planned, like within the next week or so. So I don't know. I could get a passport if I go somewhere, but I don't even know what I want to do. I kind of just want to go to Nobu and have like 3 days to myself and just tan and eat really good. Or just, I don't know, y'all. I really don't. I have no idea, and I need to figure it out because it is getting closer and closer and I have nothing to wear. Like if I do end up doing a dinner or something, I have not one thing to put on my body. So, and I order everything. So if I'm going to order something, I need to order it right this second. And I just have not a clue. I haven't seen anything that I like. I haven't seen anything that I would even want. So, I wear workout clothes and sweats basically every day. So, I'd rather buy that than like actual clothes because I never do anything. But when I want to look cute, I want to look cute. So, I need to figure that out ASAP. I need to look and see what there is. If anything, I'll probably just end up going to the mall last minute, going to House of CB or something and just getting something there because I haven't seen anything that I want to order. And I just I don't know what it is, but this year I just have not one care. I think maybe just because I have so much going on. I just don't even care. I don't know. But we will see. I am literally just winging it at this point, y'all. Which I'm fine with. I have no problem with it. So when I find out my plans, y'all find out my plans. And we'll see. I would really love to go to Cabo. Or like, I think Cancun's closer to Atlanta. I would love to go to Cancun. Or just somewhere like that, or the Bahamas or something where I could just literally tan for a week or so and just have a experience. But I don't, none of my friends can go on trips last minute, so I don't know. And I'm not about to go by myself, so just don't know what I'm gonna do. I would love to do that though. I should have had something planned like 2 months ago. But I don't. I'm a last minute person. Like I'm a last minute person where like if I want to go somewhere, I'm like ready to go. Like in a few days. So
every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Say if you a bad bitch, put your hands up high, hands up high, hands up high. Tell them dim the lights down right now, put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark room, perfume, go.
I recognize your fragrance, hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit, and I know your taste is a little bit, high maintenance, everybody else basic, you live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice, poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you when you're in the mood for empathy, is blood in my pen. Better yet, with your friends and them. I really wanna know you off, I really wanna show you off. Fuck God, pour up plenty of champagne, cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girlfriends and y'all curled in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party, she wanna go and party. Nigga don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga that ain't good, came home and sorry. They say conversation rule a nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrong.